Oh my God. Put a yes in the chat if you are with me and you are live. Put a yes in the chat if you are with me. We are live. Oh my goodness, great balls of fire. How is everyone doing? I would love to know. If you are a client of mine, please say hello in the chat. If I don't know who you are, introduce yourself. We had just switched the live to be 30 minutes later. So I'm glad if you are with me here and you're with me. Thanks for coming on. Lina, hola queen. Hi, Lina. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm making sure that everything is set up here. All right, we are live. So I have had the craziest weekend and week of my life. I'm in Vancouver right now. Oh my gosh, hi everyone. Yes, Marie's here. Dancing. Hi, Bridge. Oh my, hi. If you are with me if you are on the live with me, please say hello. Put it in the chat. I would love to know who you are. Like, I just want to say hi. Like, I just want to know who's here. Hi, Lauren, Tasha. Oh, I'm like, damn, I'm so excited. Happy Monday. Like, what the heck? Life is good. Oh my gosh. You guys all came on for the good energy today, and I'm so excited to be here with you. I have had the craziest week of my life. I flew from Thailand. If you're on our email list, you know this. I flew from Thailand to Doha, Qatar, to Dallas, Texas, then to Mexico, where I spent a week in Mexico with some incredible humans. I was surrounded by multimillionaires for an entire week. It was amazing. And then I just went and did a week in Montreal. Hi, Selma. A week in Montreal with one of my mentors, Stephanie, and it was incredible. Yes, oh my gosh, Jess is here. Yvonne, I haven't seen you in so long. Oh my gosh. Tasha, hi Queen, you're glowing. Been binging trainings this morning. If you're in one of my programs, just put it in the chat. I would love to know what program you're in. I have a literally iconic day today. I just finished up with our headquarters clients. We had an incredible coaching session in the headquarters. For those of you that are in it, you know what I mean. I have extraordinary mastermind clients today I'm supporting inside of Voxer. I'm like obsessed with them. I can't wait to talk with them. Some huge wins happening inside of there. I have some private clients today. I have our Make It Rain mastermind called. I'm just like, the last week, KC, Freedom Queen headquarters, yes, the last week has been incredible. And so I want to come on and share with you some of the biggest lessons that I've learned over the last week, some of the ways that I'm going to be showing up differently, because I think it's just really, really incredible to hear these different stories. So put a yes in the chat if you're good with that. I'm going to be sharing different stories and things that have been happening over the last week. Make Money program. Awesome. I missed you guys. We didn't have Freedom Queen Live last week, and I was like, I have to do it in Vancouver. I don't care. I'm doing it while traveling. So I'm very excited. So over the last week, when I arrived in Mexico, I was there at a business mastermind with Russell Brunson's team. For those of you that know Russell Brunson, he has a mastermind, he has Inner Circle, Tukama Club, and my partner, he is in Tukama Club, this coaching program, and he got to bring a +1, which was moi. And I went with him, and every single night we would do networking and talking with other people. And so I was surrounded by people that the baseline of what they were making was $200,000 a month. Like the baseline, the minimum of what they're making is $200,000 a month. And some people making millions per month, whatever. And I loved this conversation because I think it's very easy in the online space for people to get excited or think that the epitome is let's make whatever the number is. And while I understand, I mean, for me, you guys, when I was making $2,000 a month, when I was making $2,000 a month, $10,000 would change my life. $5,000 would change my life. But is it okay with you if I act as an expander for you? Is that okay with you if I act as an expander for you and say, yes, let's do that? Yes, you can do those things. But also, I want to help you, Freedom Queen, go to levels of like, just levels that just doesn't even make sense. Levels that where you're like, how is she doing this? How is this possible? Like the rest of the world, they don't get it. Put a yes in the chat if you are excited about that. Put a yes in the chat if you're excited by this, because I am. I'm building this business to create real magic in the world. I'm building this business to do things that have never been done before. I'm not building this Freedom Queen movement with you to just like sit around and be like, well, we built something cute. No, I'm building with you something incredible. And I'm just curious who, if you're on this live with me, the replay, put it in the comments, if that's what you desire too. It's like this deep calling inside of your soul that you're meant for more. And I'm not just talking about this little thing. I'm not just talking about, let's make a certain, like, I'm talking extraordinary lives, like things that just don't make sense to most people. Hi, Pearl. Pearl, I'm in your hometown. I'm in your spot. This is what I have tapped into over the last week, and it started from when I got on the plane. When I was on the plane, sitting there on Qatar business class, and I've never flown Qatar business class before, and I was laying there having fine dining. They turned our seats into one big room and a double bed for Robbie and I to like snuggle together. And I looked over at Robbie as I was eating my food, and it was like on just beautiful gourmet food. And I said, this is not normal. This is not normal. How many of you, and just put a yes in the chat, if you've never wanted to be normal? If you've never wanted to blend in? In fact, it's not even like you just don't want to. It's like you just can't. Put a yes in the chat if that's you. I've never just been able to blend in. I've never wanted the basic life. And that's fine. By the way, this is not me like hating on other people. That's not it at all. We don't do that. This is like this weird spiritual knowing that you are just meant for this life that is not normal. This has been the theme of my last week, of me just going, this is not normal. Like, no one does this. Maria Elise says, I feel it to the core. Yes, I don't want normal, Pearl says. Amen. I believe that you are an incredibly magical, intelligent, genius type of human. I believe that. Eston says, I always thought I was weird because I just couldn't fit in. I tried, but just couldn't, and so thought something was wrong with me. Oh, when I started feeling normal, I didn't want to be anymore. I believe that you, I'm going to say it right now, there's 30 of you watching, and I believe that you 30 of you watching this right now, you're destined to be in this moment with me, because I believe that you are going to do extraordinary things. And I'm not just saying that. I'm not like being some motivational throwing stuff at you, like believe in yourself. I believe that you are going to do extraordinary things in your life. I want you to start taking, and you don't have to listen to me. Like you don't have to 100% listen to what I say. Like you're the captain of your ship, do whatever you want to do. But I would recommend you deciding that you are going to take actions, that you are going to make moves that are even more abnormal than what you're already doing. I'm a weirdo. I will purposely, I don't know if it's like, maybe you can relate to this, it's like a rebellionness in me. I will purposely do things to go against the grain. Like in New York City, if everyone was walking one way, sometimes I would start walking backwards. Oh my gosh, Shayna Raskin's in the house. Hi, Shayna. Like when I lived in New York City, I would literally walk backwards in a group of people because I wanted to challenge the way that I was showing up, and it would be very uncomfortable. It would make me feel so weird, but I did it purposefully to program, or I like to use the word pattern, my body and my soul and my being to show up as someone who is different. And you, Freedom Queen, you, Freedom King, whoever you are listening to this, you are not meant for normal. You're not. You're not. So let's light this. Let's let your light shine even 10 times more. And to be clear, I can guarantee, I'm going to go here for a moment. Many of you on this live training, and maybe it's you right now, you've been playing a little bit small. You've been kind of like, you're doing the do, you're showing up, but you kind of been like, all right, what if this was your time? Like right now, like I feel like you and me were having a special moment right now. What if this was your time where you were like, you know what? I'm not normal. You know what? I'm not average. I'm not basic. And it's fine if you were playing small. Like there's nothing wrong with that. I think it's needed. It's like a season in life. Like it's needed. But I would just like dare you to play a little bit of like, what would it look like if I just stepped into a world, I'm getting chills right now, where you were doing things in your life that literally don't make sense to other people, but on a bigger scale. This weekend, as I was traveling, not one person understands what I do. Not one person gets my life. They don't understand it. It doesn't fit in a mold. It doesn't belong with what other people is doing. Get this, they can't relate to it. Have you been in your life, have you been trying to like mirror other people so that you can fit in? This week when I was at the mastermind in Mexico, that was a big theme of being able to stand out amongst other people and owning your power. And when you're standing out and owning your power and owning your originalism, that doesn't dim the light of someone else. That doesn't make someone, because I'm successful, that doesn't make someone else less successful, or their money, the amount they're making doesn't make me shrink over here. We can all have, just like right now, we can all have our unique magic together at the same time. So when I was sitting around and having these conversations with people that are making millions per month, even, here are some of the things that I have learned and I have gathered. Number one, normalize the abnormal. Normalize the abnormal. One of the things I picked up on immediately, they have normalized things that aren't normal to most people. So you and me, we're going to normalize your greatness. You and me, no matter if you're in our extraordinary mastermind, if you're in the headquarters, if you're in Make It Rain, if you're in the membership, if you're a private client, you and I, we are normalizing the abnormal. Put a yes in the chat if you understand what I'm saying when I say that. We're normalizing your greatness. We are normalizing whatever big dream it is that you have, whether it's monetary, whether you want and desire the wealth, whether it's overall you want health in your life, whether it's you want just a booming movement around the world. I don't care what it is. You want retreats around the world, you want a wellness center, whatever it is that you're selling and serving, we're going to normalize that. And I'm going to ask you, because you're a freedom queen, a freedom king, you get to rise. Is that okay? I have decided to make it one of my pillars to help you rise in a way that no one else has ever helped you rise before. Is that okay? I am the mentor for you if you want to be really pushed out of your comfort zone. And here's why. I know your greatness. Oh, I could get emotional. I know your greatness. Hi, Sarah, Alicia, Olivia. I know your greatness. And it is a disservice on my behalf if I sit here and just watch you play small. Have you ever seen, there's this woman on TikTok, and I forget her name. Maybe it's Kim Mulkey. I'm saying it wrong. She's the coach, basketball coach for the LSU basketball team, who is absolutely crushing it. Excuse me. And if you've ever seen an amazing mentor or coach in like athletics, if you've ever seen them, it is not their willingness and their ability to be able to butter up their team members. It is their willingness to help them rise. I'm getting chills right now, like literal chills up my arm. That is the mentor that I am for you. I'm like the Kim at LSU basketball. It's like, let's go. And I'm going to pull off on the side of the game and get you the support that you need and love you. But then I'm going to shove you and say, get the heck back out on the field. Okay. You need to get back out on the court because I got your back over here. I'm going to be screaming at you. Go do this and do this. And then I'm going to love you and I'm going to help you in your resting season and get stronger again and move through it all. But I'm not the person that's going to sit on the sidelines and just tell you that you're winning the game when you're actually losing in the game. There might be people in your life that are doing this for you, and I will not be one of them. I could cry right now. I feel like we're having like a heart-to-heart moment right here. I feel like I'm having a heart-to-heart with 31 individuals right now. Like my heart feels like it's about to explode out of my chest right now. That's what these people did and did for me over the last week. Yeah, that's cute what you're doing, but let's go. Let's rise. And this was a really nice check moment for me as I sat at the table with multimillionaires who were kind, who were healthy, who were friendly, who wanted to help you. They just helped me rise. And it was a nice check me moment of like, that's cute what you've done, but let's go to a level where it just doesn't make sense to people. Are you here for that? I'm 100% here for that. Organically Glow says, you said wellness center and I'm over here like, how are you in my brain? I don't know. I'm having a moment with you. I can literally feel all of you. Like, I feel like you're sitting in a conference room with me right now. I can't even explain this. Hi, Sonia, Laura. I'm not going to be the person that sits on the sidelines and says, good job, honey. I'm going to say, get back out there and go do another one and take care of yourself and do the things and do the other things. Yes, but let's rest. Let's take care of ourselves. But also, I believe in your greatness. And in order to get to that level of greatness, we're going to have to get out of our comfort zones. Are you down with that? Bella says, yes, that's how I feel right now. Like, it's cute, but I want insane. Yeah. That's exactly how I felt sitting at the table belt. When it's cute what I've done. It's great. And I'm very, very proud of it. It's awesome. Myself in New York City would have been like, oh, I can't even believe that you've done this before. And but also the next level me is like, it's time to rise. You're literally not meant to do average things. You're not meant for just whatever you're at right now. Just the 100K months, just the 1K month, just the 5K month. And it doesn't even have to be monetary. It could be other things. Just this place, just this feeling. Like I said to my boyfriend the other night in bed, and maybe you can relate to this. I said to him, I'm not doing this unless I'm having the most fun, the most joy. Like my heart's being like ripped out of my chest and I'm just like on fire. You know what I mean? Put a yes in the chat if you know what I mean. I'm not doing this unless it's like that. And of course, there are going to be challenges. Of course, there are going to be problems and moments where it's like, oh, I want to quit. But isn't that what we're doing this for? Don't you love entrepreneurship? Because it is like this, I call it the Freedom Queen movement, that we're the Freedom Queens on this crazy rocket ship. And we're just flying through space and we're flying past all the basic normal people that just want to play by the rules. And we're going to planets and making our own rules. Melissa says, I feel it. This is my first Freedom Queen live, and I feel like this message is meant for me. Well, I'm so glad you're here, Melissa. Charlotte, Karina, yes. The other part is this, and if you're live with me, please put this in the chat. Action takers are money makers. Action takers are money makers. You guys know, if you're in our membership, if you follow me on social media, you know I talk about this all the time. And honestly, can I be real raw with you for a second? Can I just be like completely honest? As if I wasn't the whole time. Yeah. When I started my business, so the name of the LLC is Move and Manifest, which means at the core of the business, take action, manifest what you want. Move, like take the actions, but also move in a way that creates momentum, that builds the manifestation. Okay. Sonia says action takers are money makers. Jess, action takers are money makers. Melissa, action takers are money makers. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. So when I started it, that was it. Like I was helping entrepreneurs grow businesses through moving, taking action, and moving their bodies, embodiment practices, patterning their bodies to show up as someone who is a successful entrepreneur, and teaching them how to take action in their business. And over the last I would say the last like 10 months, somewhere in there, I started to get afraid of talking about action. I started to think, oh, people are going to think I'm too hard. Or people are not going to like me because I'm obsessed with action, because I love moving. Like this right here with you, this makes my day. This is going to make me like run around my apartment, go out on the balcony here in Vancouver and just be like, I love my life this time with you. Yes, Charlotte and Sarah. I allowed so many other voices and so many other things to come in and dim my light. I did that. And so I asked you to put action takers are money makers in the chat, because I was reminded of this over the last week as I sat at those tables with multimillionaires, huge entrepreneurs, massive entrepreneurs. They're action takers. They get an idea, execute immediately. They move. That's it. And so for me over the last week, I was like, baby girl, you are just taking this and turning up the dial in the Freedom Queen movement. What are we building? What are you and I building? Movements. Okay, I was about to go and geek out on the psychology of movements and how to build a movement, all of those things. I will save that if you're in our Make Money membership. I'll do a whole training on how to build your own movements. Movements are what changes the world. In this mastermind I was at, did you know not one person referred to their business as a business? You know what they referred to it as? A movement. My mentor said to me this weekend, she's like, you're the only person in the online space calling movements. Like, it's like your thing. I'm like, yes, movements. That is the thing. This is what you want to build. They change the world. They wake up the world. They move the world. And like I said in the beginning of this training, you're not here for normal. You are a leader of a movement. And I can guarantee that you are also desiring to work with other leaders of movements. And it doesn't matter if you're a business coach or you're a fertility person, you're helping people be leaders of their own lives. I could geek out and go on and on about how to build a movement, but I'm not going to do that. So I want you, Sarah says, I was attracted to your work because you talk so much about amazing. I want you to move. I want you to move bigger than you ever have before. And you don't have to know the right way. You don't even have to know the how. What if you moved and it was so much fun? It was like an incredible adventure every single day. And you just kept moving and showing up and moving and showing up, and then everything just started to come into fruition. And not in a way of like burning yourself to the ground, not that way. If you guys were in the Move and Manifest certification, I talked about that a lot. Not in that way. That's not what I'm speaking about. That's another conversation. Yes, I'm building a movement. Belle says, has your movement been the same from day one, or has it changed over time? It's definitely changed over time because I've changed. And by change, I just become more of me. I don't think that we actually change who we are. I think that we just become more of ourselves, more of Belle, more of Pearl, Karina, Laura. It just has become more of me. And I've taken off so many filters of what everyone else wants it to look like. And I'm like, what does this want to look like for me? So it's always been about show up and take action as a CEO. Work completely for yourself. It's always been about women empowerment. It's always been about taking action. It's always been for the woman that is extraordinary, where she's like buck wild. Like, you can't contain her. She's just gonna do it. My mom always says she's just gonna make it happen. Actually, I'm gonna bring my mom on next week on Freedom Queen Live, because she's gonna be in Thailand with me. And I'm going to bring her on where she's going to talk about this make it happen philosophy that she ingrained in me as a child. It's always been about that. So Belle, it has changed over time because I've become more me, but it's always been the same sort of philosophy and mission. Yeah. Yes. So inside of the membership, I'm going to do a training on building your own movement, on movement actions to take. You guys all know that it's already inside of there. And if you're not in the membership, make sure that you get in there because it's an incredible program, our Make Money membership. But I have learned so much over the last week and come home to so much more of who I am. In the last 24 hours, I made the most insane moves of my life, moves that are scary, moves that most people will never do. I'm not kidding. Moves that are not normal at all. And that's what I'm here for. Belle says, oof, so good. I feel like the entrepreneurship is a huge exercise in the art of actually learning more about ourselves. Love that answer so much. Yes. It's like, how can I take all the layers off of me and actually just discover who I really am, who you really are, and then own that. Own it so hard everywhere, when no one's watching, when the cameras are on, like own it all of the time. Take you and turn up the dial. That's what a real icon is. They're so owning who they are, the good and the bad. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're gonna wrap this live up on Friday. I'm doing a $1 million masterclass. Inside of the masterclass, it's free, or you can upgrade to the VIP ticket. I'm gonna put the link in the chat here, but I'm talking about the moves that I've made to go from 0 to 1 million in revenue in just over 2 years. I'm going to be talking about this. So I put the link in the chat. It's free, or you can upgrade to VIP. If you want to upgrade to VIP, I think it's $29.99. And when you upgrade to VIP, you're going to get hot seat coaching with me on Zoom. So you can ask questions. We could talk about your business, your movement, the things that you're building. So that's Friday at 9 a.m. And I'm just going to be breaking down the moves. Here, I made this move. I did this investment. I started thinking about myself this way. I stopped doing this move. It's all about the movements that I'm making. Yes. So I put the link in the chat. Make sure that you're signed up for that Friday, 9 a.m. PST or 12 p.m. EST. It's a free training, or you can sign up for the paid version of it as well. I want you to go out and build your epic movement, your iconic movement, because you, Freedom Queen, you are an icon. In case you needed to be reminded of that this Monday morning, you are an icon. You are not normal. And again, I'm not just spewing this information at you. I really mean that from my heart. I feel you here. Eston says, I'll be there. Okay, Freedom Queen, Freedom King. Signed up, Jess says. I'm so excited for this week with you. If you're in a program, I'll see you inside. If you're a Make Money member, remember that we have our 3-day live program happening at the end of this month. And then if you want to come to our free training this Friday, sign up. The link is in the chat here. I needed this. Remember who you are. Signed up. Amazing. And I will see you Friday at 9 a.m. PST. Okay. I love this moment with you. Oh my gosh, I don't want to go.